Hello and welcome to Roadmap 2019. I am Ladi Akiridoluale. Thanks for joining us. On this program, we interact with some of the key actors in Nigeria's politics, as well as its journey to the elections of next year. Today, my guest was a founding member of the then All People's Party, the APP, as well as being a member of its Board of Trustees. In the current dispensation, he is in a new political formation because, according to him, internal party democracy is a bedrock of Nigeria's development. He insists that because of breaches, major breaches of electoral rules, the recently conducted Ekiti governorship election should be cancelled. He also says those calling for restructuring of Nigeria should use the existing institutions, such as the National and State Houses of Assembly, as well as the relevant provisions of the 1999 Constitution to effect such changes instead of calling for conferences. Now, please join us as we speak to the national chairman of the Action Democratic Party, the ADP, Alhaji Yabagi Yusuf-Sani. Alhaji Yabagi Yusuf-Sani, thank you so much for joining us on Roadmap 2019.
Thank you very much, Ladi, for having me.
Let me start from more current developments in Nigeria's political terrain. What do you make of what happened in Ekiti? The Ekiti governorship elections that took place a couple of days ago.
Well, you see, it's an unfortunate situation that we are in this country, because what we had expected is that, given the assurances that INEC gave us when we had an interactive session with them, and given the fact that this government came on the mantra of change, meaning that they want to do away with corruption in all its ramifications. And you know that corruption in the election of the leader of a state, it's fundamental, meaning that if you cannot check corruption at that level, or in that area of how you elect your leaders, then you forget it. What we saw in Ekiti, believe you me, it's worse than any election that are taking place in this country that you can say was a fraudulent, exercise. Intimidation, brutalization, obscene use, of money, brazenly, without, in fact, not even giving, with impunity. Everything that is bad about an election, believe you me, took place in Ekiti. So Ekiti, believe you me, is a disappointment. It's a total a sour, chapter in the administration of President Buhari, because we didn't think that Buhari would allow this kind of thing to happen under his watch. Billions of naira were transported from Nigeria, from Abuja here to Ekiti, and then a lot of military personnel, police, other security agencies were deployed to intimidate people, to ensure that the election was compromised, in favor of one person, that is Fayemi. So I don't know where we are going in this country. What 2019 portend, I don't know. It's danger if these elections are allowed to stand. Well, and this is something that is open. They did it brazenly, with impunity, not even minding that who is watching or who is not watching. People distribute money were just around the election, were there. As soon as you vote, you do like this, and they give you money. Can you imagine? So
well, some of the people you've mentioned have denied this. They said that didn't happen.
But even BBC Pidgin, I saw it. I saw the clip that was shown. When people were being, giving money, asked them who's giving money, one say 5 minutes, 5,000, this and that. So, and then when we saw it, it's not that we didn't see it. For instance, my party, I know what happened. we were effectively number 3, and that was, during the campaigns and things like that. In fact, people were thinking that we are going to win that election. But you know what happened? They went around our agents, compromised them with money that you would never think people will part with, just because they want to, by all means, by crook or hook, declare that they have won. So this is a charade. It's a mockery of democracy. It's something that Nigerians should rise up, because otherwise we lose this democracy. And we've suffered. We paid, some of our people paid supreme price, before we get to where we are today. So Nigerians must wake up and really stand up and say no to this thing that is happening. Otherwise, believe with me, the hope of this country is dashed. With all the potentials with all the promise of this country and the resources available to us, if we cannot get it right when we, in the process of electing our leaders, because anything that is corrupt from the beginning, cannot be anything but corrupt. So if we have leaders that are produced through this corrupt system, definitely the corruption that the government claim they are fighting, will be a child play. We can get nothing out of it, because these are corrupt individuals who came through corrupt process. So I thought, even though President Buhari himself came through a corrupt system, that produced him during their primaries and things like that. But I thought, as somebody who has seen it all and now is probably, should be more with his creator, because how many years does he have left with us, at the age he is now. So he should be able to stop this thing. He should be able to tell them that, no, I cannot allow this to happen, because he has to answer. God will ask him to account for all this, because he's under his leadership. So you can't treat Ekiti people were just, this like army of occupation that you had, that came and said, well, we know that you are weak. We have already weakened you. They give you 5,000 or something like that. They say, okay, yes, sir, and they vote. But God, who created us, is watching, and I'm sure, at the appointed time, either here or hereafter, people will pay for this.